going to be late. Yet here you are, 8:01.
What?
You're late.
Oh,
late. Yeah.
by two.
You are an entire
Well,
minute late, mister.
Shit.
that's
We fucking trusted you.
Hey! I said now with 20% more paradox, so that 2 minutes was accounted for. Fuck yourself. What's up, guys?
I debate that that's true.
Yeah. I call bullshit.
Are you joining, Jamie? Or are you just hanging out?
Hmm?
Are you joining or hanging out?
She's joining.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
She was supposed to join last session, but you fucked that up.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I did. Look, I've been up since 4 in the morning. Don't bully me, okay?
Oh, we are level 6. Oh shit! I thought
Don't
we were
bully
level
me,
5.
Jamie. You're abusive, okay?
Immediately bullied. Don't even hesitate.
Wait. If we're not bullying, how are we supposed to interact?
Yeah.
It's either bully me or ignore me, okay? Those are the only 2 options I'll accept.
I mean, it's pretty easy what we will choose.
we express our love with bullying.
Well, I mean, love is a strong word.
Destroy way. Banter.
Sure, let's call it that. If that makes us feel better about ourselves. Yeah.
Alright, so... let me just get... awake.
Being awake is
I just woke up
overrated.
too.
Oh, so out of the 2, you sound more tired than Jamie.
Yeah, I bet. Alright.
You can't say he looks
Um,
more tired, though.
I can't. Well, I can assume from the picture of that dog that he has.
That dog is like... good. He's being a derp.
Just like you.
Yes, thank you.
I didn't say
okay.
it, so you can only penalize him. I only thought it.
-1 XP. I don't use XP. Let's see.
Everything is falling apart already.
Recap. Right?
Recap. Last we left, you guys were on your way from Rom to Patria. You found a new crew member in the form of Roderick, who happens to be a mercenary. You found him floating through space after a battle. Oh, excuse me. You found him floating through space after a battle. And very quickly got off the flow and then back on it. Completely dodging the battle, basically. You got to Patria, where you found there was, in fact, a sort of guard station, in a way, of a bunch of great bombards and basically a bunch of mercenaries. However, thanks to your illustrious captain, one of them recognized the captain and was like, "Wow, that's amazing. Come right through."
Just immediately unhinged his jaw.
As the rest of you should be doing.
The worst fucking border patrol ever. Like, oh, I'm Elvis. Oh shit, you are? Go ahead. I didn't see that.
Dude, I love Elvis.
Yeah,
Go
I thought
on
he was
in.
dead, but apparently you are Elvis, so go ahead.
Look, just because he did what the rest of you
I
were
like how he
supposed to
knew
do-
the most obscure god as well, apparently. No one else knows this guy except for this one patrolman.
this one GIF. Not even a fucking like human or anything like that. He's just a fucking hippo man.
It's a bit racist, dog. Just because Jamie's here doesn't mean you have to like suck the racism.
Okay. Anyway,
Jamie's not here. She left, didn't she?
no, she's right there.
He's going with the ignore Jamie part. Either bully her or ignore her. Okay?
I genuinely don't see her in the call.
No,
Right here.
yeah.
Do you hear me, motherfucker?
I can
Yeah.
hear you. Why don't I see you?
Because Skype's a
Look at
piece of
that.
shit.
You gotta move
Casey.
the window around.
Me.
No,
Ah.
not you.
Casey.
No, don't worry about it. Anyway,
There's
anyway.
this thing called Alt Tab.
Sorry,
You can actually see. Go ahead.
I distracted.
Anyway, so you guys basically had free reign of Petria. You eventually got to Skeltsy after a number of things happening involving getting mugged and getting clothing. You managed to basically get to the village where you found Earn Fox, who basically explains everything about the mission, that there was a great blizzard, and it was very hard to look for the fallen star, because every time they would try, they would get lost, and then they would have to, go out of atmosphere and get back to the village. So, you guys decided that you would take a crack at it, and you eventually found what appeared to be a beached space whale. The captain was crestfallen, and everybody else was sort of a little bit confused. You guys basically decided that you would go and try and find help, or at least Frawl and Vorka would, at the nearby town, when Gertis decided that he would use some of his chaos magic to basically use a spell that he was not supposed to. This turned out to
Worked
be
very well for us.
a spectacular failure, which not only turned the I love that gift. That not only turned the whale into a horrifying corrupted monster, but also unleashed something out into the universe. But you don't know what that is.
Fucking spread. Yeah. The squid really thought it was.
At the behest
Yeah.
of the captain,
Yeah,
he
it was
ordered me to.
definitely pretty.
The captain said, "Help any way you can," and I did. So,
No,
Captain's fault,
That,
not
that
mine.
was not help.
captain's fault, not mine. Well, you see,
That
that's
will
what
be
happens
good.
when you ask for help and I don't. That was you asking. I was a conduit.
Anyway,
That
So,
tampon will get you shot in the head.
it eventually happened to basically try to attack all of you after mutating. You guys ran to the ship. There was a little bit of a scuffle involving Roderick completely decimating it with ballista bolts.
And my excellent piloting, thank you very much.
And your excellent piloting
Yes.
skills.
See, was that so hard?
And I slowed it down for a couple of rounds.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure that Casey would have died unless he actually would have been able to run from the get-go there. So, Team effort, guys. Or I mean,
Mhm.
2-3 of them to fuck off and eat snow and shit instead of doing stuff. But the rest, yeah, we did stuff.
Yes. So let's see. Once that happened, you basically found that. Well, I'm not done with the recap. Real quick. Okay. You guys basically found that the corpse had actually turned to ash after it died. There was a little bit of thing with a worm, and you weren't really quite sure if it went through the snow or not. But you eventually went to the real fallen star, which was a giant red gem with something encased inside of it. You put your hand to it, and it began to peel to basically show a flute, of which you found was the flute of Ali Damara. You took the flute, took the stones, parted with Erden Fox after giving him one of the stones, after him studying it for about a day, and deciding that it was not worth the trouble, the flute. He departed, you all left, and decided that you would go towards Nith. While going towards Nith, the captain decided to use the flute, whereupon a bunch of spectral images began arriving from the flow and beginning to create a big party. Everyone involved began to dance, including the captain and all of the crew members. And for some odd reason, after 24 hours elapsed, you were all at Nith Space.
Yep.
And that is where we left off. So,
You also
you
left off
all
that Ollie
just-
Tomorrow showed up.
yeah, Ollie Tomorrow showed up too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who touched your flute, and now you can use all of your
Oh,
stuff.
that's
with the
what they call it nowadays.
flute. Yeah, he touched your flute.
You touch your godly art.
Better be careful. That's how you have kids.
Technically,
Especially if you're a deity.
he touched his own godly artifact. I was just holding it at the time.
Yeah,
God,
exactly.
Madman's out.
Well, it's been fun, guys.
I like that Madman always starts it but can never handle where it goes.
Mine's innocent, like way down here. You guys just go way up there.
Escalate, man.
So-
You gotta escalate.
This is a stupid question, but is Nith Space home to Nith?
Nith Space is home to. What do you mean by home to Nith? What is Nith?
Planet. Right?
Race.
Oh,
Oh, there isn't. I think you mean
Gith,
gift.
You're thinking gift.
Is it Gith or Nith? Gith.
Yes,
Gith
gift,
is a race,
gift,
and Nith is a planet.
Did someone say gift? Ah!
They are the ones who should be doing that, you know?
Just for that, I'm gonna hide behind Rick.
Nice.
If you had him confused, Jamie.
Yeah.
Green slim.
Yeah, Nith
People.
is a place. No GIF. No GIF at Nith.
And our plan is to go there and save a person from being kidnapped.
Oh, there's two jobs actually.
So they
but,
stop
yeah.
being kidnapped. Yeah, but we said that we would prioritize that one. Right?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Like I knew
Well,
which sphere
okay, out of
we're going to. I
character,
don't know
there
where
isn't-
we're going.
There
Looking
isn't
graphically.
actually anything written up on Nith, or at least there's very little, just kind of references. Have you written up anything? Like, do we know where the ports are, what planets there are?
Do we know where this person is supposed to, like, is being held, or who's holding them, or anything like that, or is it just
the Incan jungle?
So, Myth is a quite large sphere. It has 3 Earth bodies, 2 space ports, 1 water body, and a sun or fire body. So the 2 ports are at the opposite ends of the at the opposite ends of the spheres. So if you go, you're gonna be like right next to a port when you enter.
okay? So let's just touch down at the closest port and ask around, right?
Exactly.
Well, let's go talk to Flint or Finty. Fint.
Well,
Fintech.
does it say which of the worlds Finty is on?
It does
at the
not.
Comet port.
So the brigands actually are in a comet port.
Oh, so
Finte,
the dude knows where.
Where they
It,
are.
Finte
Okay.
is
okay.
on the other port.
So that's the one we need to go to.
Yeah. I mean, we don't need to go to the quest giver if we know where the
Well,
dude is being
let's
held.
do because it's a good idea.
Why? Shouldn't
Which
we
of the
just go
2
pick-
ports is the one we're going to be coming up on first?
The one with Finte.
Well, then
Wait,
we'll go there then all the way.
In the brigands of the Comet port, does that mean he's in jail?
We don't know.
I'm asking what brigands means.
Brigands is
What
like
The
brigands?
definition
means?
of the word.
Brigands are, they're like
Pirates?
Highwaymen,
pirates, yeah.
Thieves.
Okay, yeah, I thought it meant jail.
That's
Member
the
of
other
a gang
port-
that
the other
ambushes
port-
and robs people.
The other port is a pirate port.
Yeah.
Why?
Sounds like
Yeah, we have no reason to go there right now. Not
Yes, we
yet.
do. I mean, I'm a pirate. Look at me. If I tell him I'm a pirate, I'm a pirate. We'll talk to Finte first, though, because we're passing him on the way.
okay. Thrall doesn't say that. He says sure, and flies there.
We'll tell him we'll have it all sorted in a week. We'll go sort it. We'll come back. We'll party a bit.
I mean, pirates party much better, I think.
Oh, I can make sure the pirates party better. We'll see how well the pirates dance.
All right.
Off to the
So,
port.
yep.
So is
Yeah,
Finte by
actually, I'm
chance an annoying
sorry.
elf girl?
I'm sorry. The what? I'm sorry. The comet port is actually orbiting one of the Earth bodies.
Okay, it doesn't really matter. We're going to the quest giver first, talking to
You go to the quest
concept.
giver first. Okay.
Yes.
So
He's at the port we're approaching, so we're going to him.
yes.
Yeah.
You go to inside of the sphere to find immediately upon entering a quite large port carved out of an asteroid, as they usually are. You do not see any sort of greenery or life, like, you know, flora, right? It's flora.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Uh,
That's a word.
Yeah, flora. You do not see any flora, but rather you do see a ton of metal structures on it. It seems that it's been entirely industrialized instead of created to make plant life and everything like that, like Brawl or Cass.
Mm-hmm.
You do see, as you dock, there are a number of different spelljamming ships. You see a hammer ship, a squid ship, a tradesman. You actually do see a elven
Man of War.
Armada?
not an armada. I guess it would be a man
Man
of
of
war.
War.
Yeah, it would be a man of war.
No, I was wanting to steal the Armada. Come on, man.
An entire armada? That's very ambitious.
Armada's a ship.
I was making a joke. But okay.
The Armada is the headquarters of the Elven Navy. It's a group of ships.
Mm.
No, but there is actually
Yeah,
a
the
ship
Armadas
referred to
are
as the Armada class as well.
humongous.
It's like an aircraft carrier ship.
Okay. I mean, we dock and Frog say like, I can sort out the toll and stuff like that, and you go talk to the man.
Of
Thing.
course. I'll jump off the ship. Is anyone coming with me, or shall I
Yeah,
take
Gertis
care
will.
of this?
Gertis will come along.
Oh, would it be ill-advised for me to go out into this port?
What are the laws? That's a heavy thing, because if it's like...
I mean,
illegal-
again, it's not illegal to be an illithid.
No, I'm
Just-
aware, but if it's illegal to just straight up attack someone, then that matters. Like, because then, no, you
It
can
is
walk
illegal
around.
to attack someone. You're not quite sure about the laws on this port exactly. But you do know that it's basically common sense laws most of the time. No attacking, no killing, no.
Yeah, I'd say go ahead and come with, but if you want to keep it safe, keep a hood on or mask or something.
I will do so with a heavy, heavy mass.
I will say, you are very close to what used to be the Illithid Dominion.
Which means possible slaves.
I mean,
If I
again,
get-
we'll cover that bridge if we come to
Yeah.
it.
Wear a
Well, maybe
mask,
I'll stay on the ship, after all.
coward.
So you're gonna stay in the ship, okay?
It'd be more fun if you come along.
Yeah.
I can... actually, if you want, I can turn you into a gaseous form, and then you can hang out in gaseous form
Let's
for a
not
bit.
complicate this, guys. Let's go talk to people.
If you're feeling self-conscious, we could turn all of us into illithid. Then you won't feel singled out.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Bring me some brain pate back, and I'll have a good time.
Sure thing.
Can't promise anything.
Frol, I know Frol's staying here. Vorka, that's your job.
Fair enough.
Go find some brains, man.
And let's head over to the Dockmaster.
Okay. So you guys head over to the Dockmaster. I have a question for Jamie. I have multiple questions for Jamie, in fact.
Uh-oh.
I have no fucking clue who your character is.
That's not a question.
That's not a question, but that's a statement. So who is your character? Because I don't know. Do you wanna message me privately, or do you wanna just spill the beans out and?
Sure,
Is-
I'll message you.
Okay.
No, come on. Spill
I'm
the
assuming
beans.
she's an elf.
Yes.
Or a half-elf.
Zerban.
And
Jamie already told me what she is. He.
Why did you tell him and not the DM?
because they
I don't know
have-
everything. I just know class and race. That's all I know, really.
A little talk
Oh,
happens.
okay.
Yeah, she told me what her build was.
I know the class and race too, but
Yeah, the two of them have a lot of pillow talk, Doc. You know that.
yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, look
I
how
know.
sleepy we always are.
The Mind Flayer draws a quick schematic of the local comet port.
Yeah, there you go. What? The fuck?
It's a
Taylor's
comet
port?
port.
Comet. Ah.
Oh, I thought you were being serious. I was like, what? Also, we don't need to talk to the Dockmaster. Frol said you would do that.
Yeah,
Or
like
then we can just mosey on.
I'm hoping that the Dockmaster can tell us where we could find Fintay.
yeah. And I'm just gonna do some, ship stuff anyhow. So we go there as a group, and then we split off because splitting the team is always a good idea.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I just realized that only applies in dungeons, right? It's only ever applied in dungeons. Just saying.
Okay. Are we waiting for Jamie to type, or are we?
While you're doing that, I'm gonna continue. So, you go over to the Dockmaster, Frol, and so does the party.
Yes.
It seems.
Distraction.
Distraction. I was just like, huh?
The Dockmaster is a female elf.
No, the Dockmaster is not a female elf. You go to the Dockmaster. He is a human man. Salt and pepper hair, goatee, red shirt, pantaloons.
He's gonna die.
I get it.
Are they brown?
If he's got a red shirt and brown pants, I'm stealing his clothing.
He does not have a red shirt and brown pants.
Damn.
He just sort of looks at you guys, asks what can I do for you?
Good afternoon, sir. We are here to solve a Mr. Fintay's problems. I'm hoping that you can direct us to him.
Mr. Fintay?
Yes, he
I'm not-
posted an advertisement recently requesting some aid. I was hoping he might have informed the local Dockmaster that where that aid could be sent to.
Right. I believe you're talking about that Elven man. So I think he already got some people to help it. But I think you could still find him in the bar down the street.
A bar is always a good place to look. Thank you very much.
While I have you here, you go ahead, Captain. I have a few other
we
questions.
turn him head out.
Yeah.
Since my task is finding brain of all things, I'm going to ask one, where is a market? Two, is there an alchemy or spell or like magic shop?
Okay, that's actually a good question.
Yeah, if they have any weird shit, it's going to be there, not an actual market. But I will try the market. I don't know.
They might have a sheep brain.
I don't know if that'll work for Neolithid, but hey,
Well,
I'll bring him
He
brains.
didn't specify, and to be fair, you wouldn't know the precise.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't know.
He just sort of looks at you and goes, yeah, the market is down a ways. Pretty easy, can't miss it. You just keep going straight. As for a magic shop, there is a couple, but I don't know if you want to go there.
Wouldn't we?
Whoa, why wouldn't I want to go there?
The two
Right.
people who run magic shops here are very eccentric. You might want to be
You
wary.
might have seen our captain. We can handle it.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
I'm
he
I'm
didn't
thinking
get that from you?
But do either of them specialize in ingredients, components?
Brain.
I believe one of them's also an alchemist as well, yes.
Okay, where's that one?
Honestly, you can't miss it. You go into the marketplace, it's one of the two towers.
Oh,
Right.
fair enough.
I'm looking for dwarven artifacts and heirlooms from way back home. Do you know anyone near here? Might be having.
There's a dwarven smith here.
I'll try it out. Where? And give directions.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you get directions. By the way, who's gonna pay for the toll for your ship?
We've already left. It's just you there, madman.
Shit.
And I only have 15 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'm. How much? How much?
It's 5 gold.
I'm gonna give him 5 gold.
Okay.
And
Takes the
Hopefully,
5
yes.
gold.
curse
Hopefully
the
I
name
can-
of Dasamar and all his kin. Making a
So you're
dwarf
cursing
pay out
all
of
the
pocket.
deities.
I might as well.
Oh,
So, you guys are going into the bar.
Yes. What better place to start?
You go to the bar. It's called the Twinned Horns Inn. It is an inn. And you see that there are a number of people here as soon as you walk in. About mostly humans, but you do see 2 elves in this place.
Are they?
You see a young woman, which looks to have some red hair. Yes, very very
Yeah.
elven features. And you also see a almost crestfallen looking man at the bar itself, who's also elven.
Okay, so there's only one male elf in the bar.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
I walk right on over to him.
You walk right over to him.
Mr. Fente, why so glum? Do you not realize that your heroes have already arrived?
She looks up at you,
That's a way to start a situation, a conversation.
and then takes a swig of whatever he has in a shot glass, and says, "My heroes have arrived twice.
No,
And
I'm
both
fairly
times-
certain we've only arrived just today.
Oh my god.
He looks at you with like with narrowed eyes, like, are you fucking serious? And he says, "You're really late."
Well, we've come from quite far away. Space is quite big, you know. Now, who Who is it that needs saving?
Nobody needs saving anymore.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, well. It didn't say that in the ad.
That's an old ad. It's over 2 weeks old. You see, two groups of heroes already came by. And well, they tried. They had a nice spell jamming ship, both of them.
Oh, we don't have one of those.
how dare you?
And they went straight to the base. They assaulted it, and they died. The first time they sent me her finger. The second time they sent me her head.
I see.
Any revenge job openings?
maybe the head's still fresh.
You gonna eat that?
So,
Oh my god, that's how we could feed Ilix. We just behead our enemies. Here you go, buddy.
so if that's the case, then I assume that you're looking for a cleric.
He starts laughing and goes, "Yes, a cleric. That would do fine. If only there was a cleric strong enough to bring back the dead."
Well, I'm sure there must be one around somewhere. They're not that uncommon. I mean, years ago I had dozens of them myself. I suppose they're all dead now, but surely some of the others must still have some around. You can't tell me that there's not a single cleric in this sphere who can summon the dead.
I'm sure they can summon the dead. Whether or not they can bring back the dead, that's a whole nother ordeal.
You know what I mean. I mean, is there no temple either here or on one of the worlds below?
There's no temple here. There are numbers of temples on the worlds below. I haven't searched.
Well, enough wallowing then. Let's do something about the situation. Tell me where the largest temple on the worlds below is, and we will return with your cleric.
I don't know. I'm not from here. They just took her here.
I see. Barkeep. You there? Yes.
Yes. Yes, sir.
On the worlds below, where is the largest temple?
Well, if I remember correctly, the largest temple is probably to Pelor on the third Earth body, named Damias. In the great city of Lyric. Lyric with a K.
Certainly. And would this temple of Pelor perhaps have a priest capable of returning the dead.
Well, I don't know. I heard a number of the head clerics would be able to do small miracles. So,
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much. I'm going to toss him 10 gold around for the house, and then look back at Mr. Mr. Fente, and I'll say, "There you have it, sir. I will return in a day's time with your cleric, and we can sort things out, and the reward can be as it would have ever been. We will return your lady to you."
all right, if you say so.
Wonderful. We'll return then.
So you have been overhearing this, Jamie, and
I've
hear.
not been quiet about any of this.
No. You have heard a number of things, which A, allude to him being a god, which is just insane, and B, alluding to him being traveling adventurer.
A most magnificent adventurer. You can just look at me and see that.
The ships that are in port right now are mostly either merchants or mercenaries. You've investigated them all and decided that they were shit, basically. They weren't going to go anywhere you were going to find the person you were looking for. So, this guy is probably the best chance you've got of
Gotta be very desperate.
finding something.
After realization, I down the rest of my drink. And I'll chase after him as he's leaving.
Okay. So, Daz, as you're leaving, you see
I do have the others behind me as well.
Yes. Yes. Oh,
this
that's right.
whole conversation, you guys have been quite. That's a first.
Yeah. I
Gertis
guess so.
has been
Oh,
standing
oh,
behind.
I'll say this. I am not with him. I left slightly behind him. I'm looking for brains.
Oh,
That's right, yeah.
it's only Daz and Gertis.
Okay.
It's only a
Yeah.
very
It's two people.
weird looking robed guy with a staff and a very fantastically roguish looking guy. With an eye patch.
Gertis is behind
Yeah,
behind Daz in like an advisor position, holding his staff, and he like leans forward and whispers to the captain and says, "You do realize the power required would be some quite powerful cleric, one such as you might have had."
Yes, I had dozens of them. I'm sure that there must be at least one in Pelor's temple. I mean, he's
It would
so
be-
stuffy that he wouldn't get by without a few of them. I mean,
It would
they
be
need to resurrect
quite
people just from his services.
It would be quite expensive and quite the ask. Most clerics only do natural resurrections, if they even do that. Times have changed since you were a god.
Well, paying for the resurrection is on our client. We're simply arranging the meeting with the cleric, who can perform the act.
If there is one, hopefully.
There must.
They tend not to exist anymore.
So you
At least-
see,
You know what I mean?
as you turn around and look, the elven woman basically following after you as
So
you're leaving.
I've kind of turned to have this conversation, so I've stopped in the road and I kind of see her behind us. I kind of look back and I smile and I say, yes, miss. If you would like an autograph, come on, it's fine. I don't mind.
Okay, I'll take an autograph. I'll take an autograph. Why not? While he's writing out the autograph in very flamboyant, long
yes.
text.
Shall I sign this
It does-
one in particular?
I could not hear. Well, help but overhear. Are you a traveler by any chance?
Well, I suppose in a way I am. I'm a searcher.
Ah, we have something in common then. I am also searching for something. My name is Lieutenant Kaya Amaka. I was wondering if I could find passage on your ship.
Why, I'm sure that we have room for one as lovely as you. I am Dazamar Deloro, the fearless captain of the far reaches, savior of the unknown worlds, and of course, demigod of the sun, the moon, and the stars.
Dazama del Robo, the fearless captain of the far reach, savior of the unknown worlds, and demigod of the suns, moons, and stars. Did I get that all?
You did, yes. Wonderful. It's all here in the autograph.
Ah, perfect. Okay.
Breaking Jamie before she ever even joins.
So it would not be of any concern if I find passage on your ship?
Can you make yourself useful?
Of course, I have a very large gun.
Yes, and you're much more pleasant to look at than most of our crew as well.
Hey.
Hey.
Severely dark. You must collect interesting company, no?
Oh, well, yes, I mean, it's always interesting where I am. No, come with us. Let's head back to the ship. This is one of your fellow crewmates. I've forgotten who's with me now.
Gardus.
Good.
Curtis. Yes.
Rest of us are running errands and one is running scared.
He's remained silent, but
How tall is
his... Sorry, what?
How tall is Gerdas?
He's average height for a human, so like 5'10", 5'11", somewhere around there.
Okay. It seems really small.
Well, the picture, like...
The picture's squished, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Cool.
Alright, what am I thinking? Right, he's remained completely silent, but his eye flares up. He has like one glowing blue eye visible, and that starts to flare up, and he's using detect magic on you. You have anything magical?
There's some wood elf magic, like
Any like just magic items or
magic
active
items?
spells? Yeah, magic
No.
items or active spells. Nothing.
No, I ain't got shit, dude.
You didn't get an uncommon magic item?
Oh, is
You
my
were allowed.
rifle counted? I guess my rifle would be counted.
You
Oh no,
get,
it says a non-magical. No, it says a non-magical. It's my uncommon item though. So I didn't realize it was non-magical.
is it +1?
Nope.
He just looks disappointed, like, oh shit, I was gonna show off, but not.
Yeah. Dims down and goes really dim, and then just turns away.
A present chat, no.
Yeah, he's... Well, to be honest, whenever I enter a room, someone has to be there to bring the atmosphere back down a bit, otherwise it just gets completely out of hand.
She pulls out a notebook and starts taking notes.
So tell me, have you been
Make
in
sure-
the area long?
Oh,
Not
wow.
very long. I was
I could not find the job board. I'm attempting to find it. But, the job board isn't magical, so I'm having trouble finding it.
You find an actual board of wood.
Well, no, I have Detect Magic on, so I can't fucking see anything.
Oh,
I was with another crew, but they're not around anymore.
You didn't assault a Comet base by chance, did you?
I didn't. They did.
I see. Well,
See, I am not stupid
do
like
you
them.
want to?
have I mentioned where we're headed next?
The comet base. No.
Oh, right.
No, we're not actually going there just yet. But can you tell me?
you play tricks.
Can you tell me? Do you know of the Temple of Palor on the third planet?
Don't say I know the guy. No.
Well, Palor
Kind of
himself, as boring as can be.
To my own gods, really. The elephant gods. So.
Fair enough. Some of them are. Well, actually, I have some stories I can tell you about them, but maybe not on the streets. I'll tell you this: a lot of them seem really nice guys, but a little too much of the dwarven ale, and you don't want to know
That's
where they go.
pretty much all of us, though. That's just elves in general.
Yeah. So, let's go back to the ship, gather everyone together, and let's go find Palor's temple.
Sounds good to me. Lead the way, Avenoris.
And we head back.
Who speaks Elven?
I do.
I do.
I refuse.
I
Thrall does
sp-
know the language.
I speak Sylvan.
Shit!
So
Hang on,
not
I should
Elven.
I should unlearn it. Can I unlearn this? Why the hell would I know Elven? I didn't think this through.
You didn't think your racism through.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't think so many steps ahead.
Well, you gotta be the dwarf who hears the elvish insult and then
Oh, okay. Okay, so
he's
I
like,
only-
I heard that.
yeah.
Fun.
Okay, so you're going back to the ship. Is that correct?
Yep. Head back.
Back to
Hopefully,
the ship.
Vorka has made it back already.
Meanwhile, Vorka is on their way to the merchants area, and so is Thrall. You guys actually see each other walking a little ways away from each other. Thrall is a little bit behind Vorka.
My choice, not because I'm slower or anything.
Yes.
I mean, the worst part is I'm actually faster than the average person,
Yeah.
so I'm actually much faster than you.
He's
Yeah.
standing
Yeah.
below us.
The way that this port is basically made is everything is on one street. Everything is all on one congruent street. So it is extremely easy to find your way to what it basically is. So you guys both get to the merchants area.
Mm-hmm.
You see a ton of stalls, as well as basically in the center there are stalls, and as it gets outside of that center there are buildings, and buildings in a circular pattern. Directly outside of these buildings, on either side of the merchants area, as you walk in onto the right and to your left, are two huge mages towers.
Mm-hmm.
you actually see as two groups of workers are painting and doing renovations on both of them.
If I could clarify my intentions, I want to find
The Smith, correct?
no, I want to find something with runes on it and some kind of documentation about runes, so I actually can study it, because one of the one of the criteria to get the rune scribe class is to complete special task involving this specific thing. So
Okay.
I need to get study material and stuff like that. And
You're wanting a primer,
because
a runes primer.
yeah, or someone who's like, oh yeah, I have this family heirloom or old stuff that has runes on it, and I think I have an old book laying around about runes or anything.
Okay.
So something.
So you're
along
looking
those
through the
lines.
stalls then, correct?
Sure, I'm just thinking it's more likely I find it with a dwarven merchant or
Right.
than anything else. So if I could just make some rolls or something regarding that.
Sure, roll me investigation.
Huh. Can I roll
So-
navigate?
No.
To navigate this tricky situation? No? Oh.
Navigate this straight road.
Fuck. Can I ask Vorkat for help in finding this and thereby getting advantage?
We're not together. I'm ahead of you, remember?
Well, fuck. Okay.
He left.
Yeah.
That's insight, buddy.
Oh, cool. Good. I mean, investigate. There we
Don't
go.
worry, my investigation's also shit.
I mean, that's better.
Yours is better than
17.
mine. Uh-oh.
You are looking for a dwarven merchant. You do find a number of dwarven merchants. You see that they are either selling weapons and armor, or gems, mining tools. You see one of them actually is selling fine cloth. You do find a book merchant who is also dwarven.
That's great.
You go up to him and ask